So, you live in or around Woodland, Washington, and you're looking to find a great trainer for your dog? Well, you're in the right place. We're going to walk through everything you need to know to find the perfect professional to help you and your dog succeed together.
And that's really what this is all about, isn't it? It's about making your life with your dog better. It means you can feel confident and happy enjoying everything your community has to offer, whether that's a quiet walk or a busy Saturday market.
To help you make a great choice, we've broken this down into 5 parts. We'll talk about why training specifically for life in Woodland is unique. We'll look at training methods and credentials. Then we'll get into the different formats and what they cost locally, what questions you absolutely have to ask a trainer, and finally, some local rules and resources you'll want to know about.
Okay, first up, let's talk about why training that's specific to your local area is so important. Good training isn't just a one-size-fits-all thing. It should really prepare your dog for the actual environments you'll be in every single day.
Think about it for a second. You want a dog who can walk nicely on a leash past other people at Horseshoe Lake Park, right? Or stay pretty calm with all the sounds and smells at the farmer's market. And you definitely want a solid recall when you're out enjoying the Lewis River Trail. A good local trainer gets these specific scenarios.
So, once you're thinking about those local challenges, the next step is to look at a trainer's actual qualifications. This really boils down to 2 main things: the methods they use and their professional background.
The number one thing you should be looking for is positive reinforcement. It's really the gold standard in modern dog training. The whole idea isn't about punishing bad behavior, it's about teaching your dog what the right choices are and rewarding them for it. This helps build a dog who genuinely wants to work with you, and that creates a much stronger bond. Okay, so how do you know if a trainer is the real deal? Well, you can look for certifications like these. Seeing acronyms like CPTTKA or KPA-CTP means that a trainer has actually passed some tough exams and is committed to their education. And if you're dealing with more complex stuff like serious anxiety or reactivity, you'll want to look for a specialist with an IABC CDBC credential.
All right, so you found a trainer who seems qualified. Now it's time to get into the practical side of things. What kind of training formats are out there, and what can you expect to pay for them right here in the Woodland area?
2 of the most common options you'll see are group classes and private in-home training. Group classes are fantastic for getting your dog used to being around other dogs and people, which is so helpful for being out in public. On the other hand, in-home training is perfect for tackling those very specific issues that happen at home. Like bolting out the front door or grabbing food off the counter. Now, let's talk about money. Here are some of the average costs for training services in the Woodland and Greater Cowlitz County area for 2026. A typical 6-week group class is probably going to be somewhere between $175 and $300. A package of a few in-home sessions might be in that $400 to $850 range. This should give you a pretty good ballpark for budgeting. Okay, you've narrowed it down to a few potential trainers. What's next? Well, now you interview them. Knowing exactly what to ask is going to make all the difference in finding the right fit for you and your dog.
Think of this list as your guide. Asking about their philosophy just confirms they're using positive reinforcement. Asking about customization makes sure they're not just giving you a generic cookie-cutter plan. And asking about homework is key. It tells you what your role is in all this, because the practice you do every day is what really makes the training stick.
And finally, let's bring it all back home to Woodland. Being a responsible dog owner here means knowing the local rules and, just as important, knowing where you can go to practice all those new skills.
Here's a really important local rule to know: leash length. In all public spaces here in Woodland, the maximum leash length is 8 feet. This is exactly why practicing those loose leash walking skills and training is so valuable for your daily walks. Here's another key bit of info. While Cowlitz County doesn't have a general dog license you need to get, Washington state law is very firm. Your dog must have a current rabies vaccination. So just make sure you can always provide that proof from your vet.
So after you start training, where can you go to practice? You've got some really great local spots. You can work on those polite leashed walks over at Horseshoe Lake Park. You can safely practice recall at the fenced Woodland Dog Park. And you can test your dog's skills with real-world distractions on the Lewis River Trail.
Choosing the right trainer really is the first step to having a calmer, more enjoyable life with your dog. You'll be able to relax a bit more at home, feel good about your walks around the neighborhood, and just build a stronger, more trusting connection. We wish you the best of luck in your search and in all the training adventures you have together.